What's going on, boys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have a 300k meta squad builder for you today. I'm going to show you 100 chemistry on them as usual. I'm going to tell you what formation to play in game, 4-2-3-1, 3-5-2, etc, etc. I'll go through that all as well. Of course, I'll give the replacements for people that I suppose you can say have the higher budget so they know what to spend. Okay, so now, we're going to go with the new card. We're going to start with the new one this year. Now, you would know me if this is your regular NealGuides viewer. You buy Sun and you build a 10k team around him. That's what I will do for now. If you are a NealGuides viewer, because that's what you want to do. You want to get a player, especially striker, that will carry you, and then build around him. And then when you get enough money from next week, you'll have a 300k Sun up front with a 100k team around him. But we've gone with Vidal, a new addition. You see, I wrote to the knockouts. Now look, he's not the best of cards to be upgraded, but the card itself is very, very good. High work rates, 4-star weak foot. We all know Vidal's been known to be a top tier card throughout the last couple of years. Top tier pace, good dribbling and defending. Again, we want to put a shadow on him just to get that pace up and get that defending up as well. You can also put a hunter on him because he's still got that long shot on the shot power. So for the center mid going forward with amazing long shots, he's a really good card. So either a shadow or a hunter, whichever one you use. He's a top tier card, probably one of the best center mids in the game right now. And then in order to get, because everyone's going to get chemistry, we ended up going Barella. I'll be honest, Barella is really good. I would probably say lean towards Kessia. And if you got the money, go ahead and get Barella in form. But the gold Barella is just as good, to be honest. So go ahead and get the Barella in form if you've got the money. If not, just go ahead and get the gold in form. In fact, Barella in form, I can tell you, is actually going for around about 146. A bit expensive, a bit pricey, but the gold card is still very good. Top tier card. We do know that 3-star, 3-star, high also. He'll be more of the box to box with a high agility and balance. Because you see, the problem is Vidal, he's a bit rigid. Hasn't got the best agility and balance. It's not bad, I'll be honest, with the upgraded one. But you still want someone who's agile. That's why I always play like Kante and Fred, or someone that can agile, someone that's agile and someone that's stiff, and that way you got that good combination. But of course, Barella is one of the best centre mids in the game. As I said, I'd probably go with Kessia, if you're talking about that. Now, one of the best, the cheap Messi everyone else calls him. He's always been a cheap Messi for the past couple of years or so. He's Insigne, another top tier card. He can also play left mid, right mid, and he can also play as a second striker. So you got the option of playing Lam, Ram, left back, left mid, right mid, and of course he can play the cam with a striker role. If you're gonna be playing him in striker, I would say go ahead and put a hunter or a finisher on him. That's what I would say. Because of the pace difference this year, if you're gonna be playing him in cam, you can also put a finisher or a deadeye on him. I would say probably go towards a finisher just to get that agility and balance, get that finishing up. But you can also go with a hawk and marksman to get that to get the finishing up and the sprint speed as well, if you want to build the physical. But I'll be honest, a hunter is what I would probably go towards, and I think he's a perfect cam, left attacking mid, right attacking mid. So, and then to get it all together on the left hand side, we go on a Spinazzola. Again, just an element of keeping the chemistry together. Had a fantastic World Cup, as we all know, but inside the game, he's definitely one of the best cards. Unfortunately, players like Hernandez are just exceptionally expensive. They're way too much, so you can't even put them inside the game. You got Spinazzola there, but you can see you just put basically an anchor on him. 4-star, fantastic card. Got the pace already. You just want to put an anchor on him to get those stats up. And then we're going to move over to the right hand side. Now we've gone with Dembele, probably the best. It's debatable. You want to say best gold card, obviously you're like Mbappe's, but let's say the cheaper tier gold cards. I think Dembele is definitely one of the best cheap gold cards you can buy in a game. Top tier card for me. I played 30 games with him. He's probably the best. Better than Ben Yedder, I think, this year. 5-star, speaks for himself. Can play striker, can play anywhere. I'll probably put a finisher on him to get the chemistry up. And then in the right back one, we're going Jesus Navas. Now, of course, this is a kind of a 3-league hybrid. I suppose you could even say 4-league, to be honest. It's actually a 4-league hybrid if you think about it. So we're going with Jesus, just to give the chemistry, and you'll see this why in a second. So we're going with Jesus. Again, if you got the money, go ahead with Navas in form. If not, the gold card, you put a shadow on him. He's exceptional. You can play left mid, right mid as well in a 3-5-2. Right back role, he's very much fine. But if you got the money, of course, go for the in form. And the reason why we're going with him is because we need to get from Sevilla, because we're going with Koundé. Koundé is another good addition in the game. Another good player. Now, I personally prefer Koundé over Eder Militao for the sole reason he's got high work rates, but it's relevant. I suppose you can say if you compare it, right? Because they're similar. But the agility and balance is the most important thing. I like him over Militao because of his agility and balance, and that's why I've gone with him. got decent short passing as well. You put a shadow on him. He's like kind of like a, you know when you want a fullback, but you don't want to play the guy off cam. And you know when you want a centre back, but he's too slow and got agility and balance. Koundé's based at the hybrid. So that's what we've gone with Koundé. And then that brings again the French links together. In cam we've gone with the fourth team. Well, so I suppose you can say the fourth league, I suppose you can say, in this team, and that is Martial. Or technically third, but it'll be fourth in the grand scheme of things. Martial, a bin price player, a very, very cost-effective player, and we needed someone that was cheap here just to play on the wing. We got in Martial, 4-star, low. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and say to you this guy has got good work, but put him on comeback and defense. He'll get the job done as a left mid, right mid, as a cheap. He's not playing anywhere near the middle anyway. Put a hunter on him, just because you want that pace boost, in my opinion. And all the defense, of course, should have a shadow, or of course, for all the CDMs and centre backs. So Ben Yedder, we've got back into the team. So I wanted to have two good strikers, and I said, okay, the way that I'm going to do it is I would put Ben Yedder and Dembele together. Again, remember, my job is to make meta teams. I'm not here to make fun teams with Harry Kane with 70 pace up front, which Harry Kane, I'll be honest, is not too bad this year with a 5-star weak foot. But he's definitely the best striker, in my opinion. I've got Son in my team. I play him and Son together. He's formidable. If you can get him, we got him on full chemistry on this team. I play him on 8. The guy is fantastic. We know finishing is terrible, but if this guy wasn't in my team, I would have problems. I'll tell you that now. Top tier agility and balance. You got to put a hunter on him. Naturally, good finishing. And you just want to put a hunter on him to get that pace up, of course, and get that finishing up as well. And then that's where you get the link together. And to get Ben Yedder on chemistry, we've gone with Kimpembe. A bit of an expensive choice, I won't lie. Marquinhos is one that I was looking at when I was making this team. I did a collaboration with FootCrunch as well. Link is down below in the description. So I think everyone knows FootCrunch, one of the biggest YouTubers right now, bigger than me now in terms of view count, and he's probably one of the biggest FIFA content creators out there. FootCrunch, make sure you go check him out on all social media platforms. Kimpembe is a bit expensive one, but I think it's warranted given the fact that he gives the chemistry to Ben Yedder. And I think realistically, he's a really, really good card. He's got the agility and balance, which is not the best, but not the worst either. I was looking at the other centre backs. Now, realistically, there isn't anyone that's got decent pace that can get the job done and can give Ben Yedder chemistry. So that's the reason why we're going with Kimpembe. So yes, he takes a lot of the team up, but he gives the chemistry and links everyone together. And then naturally, of course, because he's French, he then of course links to Koundé. Now, for the goalkeeper, we've gone with Navas. Now, in all honesty, you've got a bit of a choice now. You can actually go with anyone you really want. You can go with Lloris, or you can go with Navas. I've gone with Navas simply the fact because he's just in Ligue 1, and I think he just gives a link, and he's actually quite affordable. But it's up to you whichever one you want to go with. It's down to personal preference. Personally, I still go with Glove on all my goalkeepers. Lloris is basically the same price, a bit taller to be honest. Just to give you a quick comparison here because I got it open. Lloris has got less positioning. Now, I always value positioning over everything. And Navas got better handling and kicking, but positioning is the most important thing for me. So yeah, put a glove on him, shadow on the whole back line, the spinners early, put an anchor on him. CDMs, Barella and Vidal, you put a shadow. You can put a hunter on Vidal if you want him to get forward. And Signe, I would say put a finisher, or Hunter, finisher, and hunter. So how does it look in game for chemistry? I'll show you that right now. So this is how it looks like in game. As you can see, everyone gets chemistry. You might have seen some on FootCrunch Instagram. Of course, I made that with him as well. I considered getting Andre, but in Lacroix, but of course the chemistry is a bit of an issue. So you can put Lacroix there, but then Benya doesn't get 10 chem. But I left it there just to show you, and that's the way they do it. You see 300k. One up by 3k just about now, about 250k on Xbox. Very, very cheap. So how does it look like in game? So in game, so it depends what formation you play. If we're gonna go with the NealGuides tactics. If you haven't seen my tactics videos, make sure you check them out. I've got a tactics video for this exact team on my channel that I uploaded just a couple of days ago. If we're gonna be playing my 4-2-3-1, Vidal and Barella make some of the best centre mids in the game. Maybe in contention with Llorente and Goretzka because Vidal is so good. Maybe. And then what I'll do is I'll put Insigne Cam because he's got that amazing agility, balance, 5'4" to pass the ball and distribute it, and he's a perfect cam. And then I'll put Dembele on the right hand side because Martial, of course, is right footed. Now you can always get a sub for Martial. Get someone like, you know, Muriel. He's a good sub, very, very cheap, and you get him instead of Martial. But of course, we needed him in to get Dembele on 10, and of course Ben Yedder. And then if we go over to the 4-4-2, the same thing, the exact same system, to be honest, except for the differences we playing Insigne on the wing alongside Martial, and of course you can even play Insigne in striker as opposed to Dembele, but of course Dembele and Ben Yedder, they'll have to be in that team up front. If you're playing my 4-3-2-1, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are actually really enjoying, I'm really happy to hear that. If there's actually a lot of formations available for you, you can drop Insigne to midfield and do it like this. Or you can put Insigne back there and you can sub out someone like Martial, buy Kessia. The guy costs 3k. Someone like Kessia, someone like Fred, buy them and sub them on. In my opinion, go buy Kessia, sub him on, one of the best centre mids. You've got 3 dynamic centre mids that can do just about everything, and he'll be perfect in that system. And that is, of course, the 4-3-2-1. And finally, if you want to go to the 3-5-2, which is the formation I'm using 50% of the time now, the other one is 30% 4-2-3-1, which I think for this team will be the best setup. Is you put Vidal over there in the middle, and then what we're going to do is, now you have a choice. So I normally put, of course, you're going to put Insigne in Cam because Insigne is really good. You've got good passing, good agility, balance, 2 top tier 5-star weak foot strikers up front, and we've got Martial on the left mid, and then on the right mid you got a choice. Now of course, if you've got the Navas in form, I would say go ahead and put him there. If you haven't got the Navas in form, Spinazzola is not that bad, I'll be honest. But I'll be honest, I'll probably put Navas there and I'll put Spinazzola back on the left. And for the centre backs, you kind of got a choice. People say I want the left back or right back in whatever position. I just put the slowest guy in the middle. But because they got such similar pace, I go ahead and I put Kunde in the middle because he's got better agility and balance. So that is something that I do. But anyway, guys, that is of course a 300k team. Probably the best 300k team you can buy right now. I know there's a La Liga team. And there's of course, but to get Ben Yedder on 10 chemistry, you can get Ben Yedder on 8 and get a better team. But to get Ben Yedder on 10 and Dembele on 10, I don't think you right now get a better team for that price. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.